Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Procession Arched Large Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is the 43087. Beautiful fixture. Engineered to be outside. Very rugged. Also has Hubbardton Forge's powder coat epoxy finishes for outside, but it's beautiful enough to be used inside. We think a lot of people are going to do that. So let's get into the size of the fixture itself. 40 inches tall, 9 inches wide. Projection from the wall coming out is only 3.9 inches. Anything below 4 inches makes it ADA compliant. It's Americans with Disabilities Act, which means that you can use this in hallways, so you can get by really easily. You can use it in restaurants, you can use it in hotels. Great fixture. Let's talk about what's going on as far as inside of this, and I want to show you more information about the backplate. How we do that is we're going to look at the installations instructions PDF right now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. It'll say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put it together. It's going to show you actually some nice technical drawings of how this whole thing is built and how it's set up. It's a great way to see like the inside view of the fixture. But it's also going to show you the inside of that backplate that's 37.8 by 8.4. So it'll show you lots of information of how it goes onto your 4-inch junction box. This is only 31.2 pounds, so it's not very heavy, but I want to show you more of those drawings. A lot of people want to know how these go on. It's a center mount, so it's 20.3 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the J-box. Okay, let's talk about finish really quick. So you have a pull-down menu that says choose your finish, and that's going to be for basically the whole thing, except for that inset backplate. Inset panel, basically. That's your accent. So most people are going to do a contrasting finish because you have a pull-down menu that says choose your accent, right? So you've got the fixture, it could be like in coastal dark smoke. The accent could be like in coastal burnished steel or something like that. Some people may do the opposite. It's really up to you how that all works. Some people may do the same as well. But this is your chance to be a designer. So take advantage of it. Okay, let's talk about what's going on inside of all of this. It's going to be using two medium base sockets, porcelain sockets. It's going to be on their sides set up like this. So light is going to be going up and washing the top of your wall, going up. It's also going to be going down from the sconce. It's going to illuminate the bottom wall, but it's also going to put light on the floor itself. So people who are walking by, let's say you have this on a walkway outside and you have to be able to walk your way through, it's going to eliminate all of that. So that kind of does what it's supposed to do. But anyway, getting back into this, just uses a regular medium base A19 light bulb. And an A19 light bulb is the size bulb we all grew up with. It is everywhere, and it's always been around our whole lives. Incandescent, if you want to stick with that, that's the old school incandescent. You can go up to 2 100-watt bulbs. If you want to go LED, and there's no reason why you shouldn't, there's lots of bulbs you can get. So this is the kind of older version of LEDs. This is kind of the newer upgraded ones that are kind of clear, and they have phosphorus little lines and pads inside. There's no difference as far as them. Maybe aesthetically, you might want more of this side, only because it throws light in all directions, more so than this one, which kind of pushes light in one direction. But they're easy to get. I get these at my hardware store. I can get these at my grocery store in Vermont. So if I can get them here, you can get them everywhere. As far as the light coming out of these, this one I have found from General Electric at Walmart up to 150-watt equivalent, and it was dimmable. So it was like in a 4-pack, and it wasn't very expensive. I would check them out if you get a chance to do that. When we talk about the color of light coming out of LEDs, we always talk about it in terms of Kelvin temperature. 2700 Kelvin is going to be offered to you, and that's going to be like the color of a setting sun, very yellow. They're also going to offer you something called daylight, and daylight is not warm. That's kind of a hospital waiting room, overcast day, blue-white light, and that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. In the middle of all that, what we like to use in our showroom is called warm white, and warm white is this nice warmth coming down on my hands, down on my table. That's coming from these LEDs above. These are 3,000 Kelvin warm white LEDs, and they're actually these. So that's what's up above us. So they throw a wonderful warm light. And they're easy to get, again, like I said. Every hardware store you're going to go into has them. Drugstores have them at this point too, even dollar stores. But anyway, so that's what's going to be using for that. If you guys are in California and you are pulling permits, let's say you're pulling permits for new construction or renovation, and they're going to be coming out to check and see what you're putting in, they may ask you to do a setup like this. So California Title 24 compliancy means that you cannot use an incandescent bulb. They don't want you to use these things. But they do want you to use an LED, and this kind of locks you into using an LED that uses these little prong ideas. This is a GU24 setup, and it just locks in like that. So easy to do. But if you're not pulling permits, just stick with the other ones. Stick with the regular screw-in bulbs, LEDs, and you're fine. But anyway, the way to go about this is to drop me a quick email if you are doing the permit thing in California. Say you're looking at a 43087 and you need these to be Title 24 compliant. So we take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's Customs Department, and we can kind of come back and see what we can do for you. That's a little time and money, but it's something we do every day. They only use aircraft grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over on the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. If you guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.